I heard that Greece increased Golden Visa price to 400,000 euros.
No, that's not the case. It's a common misconception, actually, that over the summer, in August, it was a lot of speculation in the media that the price will increase for Greece from 400,000 euro for the real estate model. But that is not the case. Actually, from September 1st, the current Greek government has imposed a new law, a new immigration regulation that stipulates any object that is converted from commercial to residential will qualify for the Greek Golden Visa at the 250,000 euro investment. So this is a great opportunity for investors and anyone who's looking for access to Europe alike to secure that golden ticket to Europe at the 250,000 euro range.
And what are the requirements in terms to access this Golden Visa? Any nationality or a ban or any requirements specific?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Look, actually, the one of the great things about the Greece Golden Visa is how simple it is to obtain it. The document requirement list is very simple. All we need is a passport copy, a birth certificate of the main applicant, the children, of course, if you're applying with a spouse, the marriage certificate, and that's it. Quite frankly, we will need obviously the transfer, the investment itself, be made from your personal account. That's one of the regulations of Greece. You have to make the 250,000 euro investment from your account. So if Adriel, if you will make the investment into Greece, the money will have to go from your account directly to the developer's account. So the process is very transparent. We, from our side, will take care of all the documents. We will prepare the government forms, and within 6 months, you will have your golden visa. You will go there, do your biometric fingerprints, and that's it. It's one of the most beautiful aspects of the program. And what you mentioned actually regarding banned nationalities, unfortunately, there are two nationalities that are banned outright. Obviously, nationals of Russia and Belarus. But fortunately, if they can provide another nationality, for example, Vanuatu, or a lot of Russian nationals have Kyrgyzstan nationality. Perhaps they have another nationality from place of residence. Then we are able to onboard them for the program.
And why now it's the best moment to invest in a Greek Golden Visa?
That's a good question. A lot of people say, why now? Why not later? You look at the current immigration landscape in Europe, especially the one regarding golden visas. And I'm sure you've heard, and a lot of people tuning in right now probably have seen in the news that Portugal golden visa has shut down. Spain is shutting down really soon. In January, actually, of next year, they're planning to introduce the law to shut down Spain. And that is the case. European programs, the ones that are leading to permanent residency, are shutting down. They're becoming more and more limited in opportunities. And Greece is the last one which can be obtained via real estate. It is the last opportunity for an investor, for a family, to obtain that access to the European Union via the purchase of real estate, which basically, it protects their investment, and actually they have even an opportunity to make more money, as the projects that especially we work with as our company have a lot of capital appreciation opportunity, and there's obviously rental guarantee involved as well in the project.
And how's the return in terms of the investment to buy the property? What should the buyer expect?
Yeah, the buyer can expect between 2 and 3% of annual returns. This is the reality in Greece and in the whole European landscape as a whole. Obviously, in difference to our markets in the UAE and the region, rental yields are much lower there. But what the investor must understand, that the main value add here is the golden visa. I mean, you're really buying this to have that access, that mobility to Europe, that uninterrupted opportunity to buy a ticket tomorrow and just fly to Greece, to fly to Italy, to France, to Paris, anywhere with your kids and your family. So from an investment point of view, you can expect to make between 2 and 3%, which would equate to, if you're looking at a 250,000 euro baseline investment, that equate to between 5 and 7,500 euro. But obviously, long term, there's an opportunity to make more money on the capital appreciation side. So, what we advise to investors is purchase the property, enjoy the visa, but also look at the long term, because at the long term, the value of the property will appreciate. Athens is a booming market. Greece has been one of the darlings of the post pandemic era. GDP growth has been very strong, surpassing the European average. Prices in Athens alone have increased in certain areas by over 25%, especially in those areas where we provide our Golden Visa projects. And the opportunities and the future is bright for Greece. So, anyhow, Greece is right now one of the centers of investment in Europe.
Yes, also the fact that when you're a resident in Europe is more easy to access visa to other countries, for example, the United States or Middle East. Because, for example, I had a friend from Kyrgyzstan. He was applying to for a visa for Qatar, and the fact that he was resident of Spain, helped him to access to the visa through more direct channels and not go through the whole procedure channel when you have to go to the embassy and or let's say a more hectic path. So it's also more easy to access other visa. It's nearly like a passport to have a golden visa from Greece.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. Having that residency card has a lot of added benefits to travel to any country in the world. If you want to apply for a US visa, which is, as everyone can relate to, is one of the most difficult visas that one can apply for, and similarly can be said for the UK visa. Showing that European permanent residency card really upgrades your profile, really strengthens your chance of getting that visa, especially for a longer term. So you're absolutely right. For people who are nationals, especially from high risk countries, from countries with a lot of rejection rates, Kyrgyzstan, for example, whether that be from Pakistan, Syria, Afghanistan, Iraq, having that European residency is a great portfolio add, just to have the opportunities, to get that visa and to travel.
Yeah, for example, we see it in the UAE with the resident visa that allows you to travel to many countries just by holding the visa of residency from the UAE. So we expect to see the same in European.
Yeah, most definitely. And a lot of countries are actually adding visa-free access to residents of European countries. And this is something that's very unknown in the industry. But you could actually travel to Mexico, to countries like Albania, just by having the European residency. So even if your original passport, if you're, let's say, a national of India, and you cannot have that visa-free access to Albania, or whether that be to Mexico, by presenting a European residency card, you will have visa-free access to those countries, similar to the UAE one.
Also, it gives great opportunity for children to study in Europe, to get healthcare, these different services that are very high services in Europe quality. You can access them very easy with residency.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone looks to Europe for the quality of life, and Greece is no exemption from that. Greece has one of the highest qualities of life, especially for individuals that would like to retire, whether it comes to healthcare, to education. Greece is a great opportunity for any individual to go there to enjoy the healthcare system, perhaps send their kids to school. Athens has great international schools, or whether that be just to enjoy the beach and the sunside. And by having the European residency card, and in this case the Greek permanent residency, you will have that access to the healthcare system, to the educational system. It will streamline your efforts to enjoy European infrastructure and all the European benefits.
Also, with the increase of price of Caribbean passport, now Greece Golden Visa is more attractive in terms of price, since they're now on the same price average.
Yeah, no, I mean, exactly. Now with the price increase across all the Caribbean programs, which went up from 100,000 to 200,000 and more, you look at Greece, and Greece really becomes a competitive alternative for a lot of investors, a lot of individuals who are looking for that access to Europe. And of course, a Caribbean passport does provide that access, and it's a great opportunity for any individual to obtain. But the Greek Golden Visa adversely can be obtained at the same amount of time, and you can retain your investment. This is one of the great differentiators of the Greek Golden Visa with everything else on the market. Everything else, you're looking at more or less either a big investment into a hedge fund, whether that be in Portugal, or you're looking at a donation, whether that be in, for example, in Malta. But in Greece, through that 250,000 euro investment, you can always retain that value, and you can always make at least some sort of investment return. Globevisa, I mean, out of all the competitors here in the UAE and the region, and there are many, to be frank, there's a lot of companies one can go to, but what really makes Globevisa stand out is, first of all, our decades level of expertise. I mean, there is nobody that has been doing this for as long as we have. We have in-house lawyers in Greece. We have exclusive projects in the Greek market. Everything we do ourselves in-house. We do not outsource any of the legal work. And this is something I believe very few companies, if let alone any company, can boast about. We have all our lawyers sitting here in our offices in Athens, incredible projects in Athens. And of course, our 23-year experience, boasting around 40 offices worldwide. I mean, Globevisa is truly the immigration advisor for any individual. I mean, anyone who wants to entrust such a sophisticated service and program, especially for their own benefit, for their kids, should definitely, choose Globevisa for their decades-long market leadership. So we receive, a broad spectrum of nationalities, given our incredible reach across many, many different markets. But here in the MENA region, we have been had a lot of interest from Turkish nationals, a lot of interest from Pakistani nationals, from Indian nationals, of course, from Egyptians, from Syrians. Lebanese have also been very, very fond of Greece, given the proximity of Lebanon to Greece. So it's a very, very broad basket of nationalities, but it's definitely a great investment opportunity for any nationality coming from any background to really get that access to Europe and really just put all those visa fears behind you. And that's obviously what it comes down to. I always tell our clients and my personal friends, now is the time to make the decision, because we don't know for how long this opportunity will last. I mean, the doors are closing on many programs in Europe, on many opportunities for immigration investment across the globe. So now is the time to act and to secure that golden ticket to Europe.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Hey, Joe.